Hey, how's everyone doing? Today's video is going to be about my kid's 10-gallon nano tank. I already have a fully stocked Red Sea Reefer 350 as my main display tank. So one of the goals of this 10-gallon nano was to make it as simple as possible to take care of. The main filtration is handled by a Fluval Aquaclear 50. From a website I ordered a acrylic overflow box. I run some filter floss for mechanical filtration. The second chamber houses some carbon, BRX, ROX 0.8 carbon. This is not the stock basket that came with the filter. I purchased an upgrade. Both the acrylic overflow box and the media basket that you see was purchased from In-Tank LLC. I think the main website is mediabaskets.com. I'll include a link in the video description. Other filtration for the tank is handled by an Algae Reactor that was built from parts from a Marine Depot YouTube video I saw. Here you see a 100-gallon per hour feed pump that goes into the Aquamax reactor. I'm going to walk you through me emptying and cleaning the Algae Reactor. What you're seeing is exactly 1 month's growth. I change this once a month, so 1 month's growth of the Chaeto that's in the Algae Reactor. While you watch this, I'll just answer a few questions I usually get about the Algae Reactor. No, the lights do not get hot. It's not really overbearing at night. In fact, I have 2 young sons. This Algae Reactor is in their room, and this is kind of what serves as the night light for them. It doesn't get hot. It's dead silent. When it's starting up, it does, after cleaning it, I do get some bubbles, but for the most part, it's dead silent. Do I see pods in it? Yes. When I take out the Chaeto to throw it away, I do see some pods in it, but I wouldn't necessarily say this is used to grow pods. Use this as a refugium. Use this as a way to grow pods to feed a fish. So yes, it's a nice side effect, but it shouldn't be the main goal of this reactor. This is for nutrient export. Now look at that. This is why this is a 10-gallon tank with extremely low nutrients. I do a water change 1 time a month, a 5-gallon bucket, which is about 50%, and that's all the filtration and water change that's on this tank. The mechanical filtration and this Algae Reactor. So these are great for keeping nutrients down in a nano tank. Here's a clip of how the reactor looks when the light is on. This is very easy to make. I wouldn't consider myself a handy person, and this literally took me an hour. Once I ordered the parts from Marine Depot, this took me, between starting the setup and having it running on the tank, took me less than an hour. With a nano tank, evaporation is a big deal. So I bought a little 2.5-gallon nano tank from PetSmart. It came with a cover, and that serves as the auto top-off container. I didn't want to have to manually top off the tank every day, pouring water in, having the salinity shift. So this is a nice, neat, economical way. The little fine powder you see is kalkwasser. I put just a pinch of kalkwasser in my top off water because I do not do water changes but once a month. So that kind of keeps the parameters, alkalinity and calcium, steady on this tank. I'm a tech junkie, so it's only natural that I try to get my 2 sons to be tech junkies too. So, of course, I'm running an Apex on this tank. I did kind of figure out a nice, easy way to kind of hide the equipment. My wife was very adamant about this. So last Black Friday when BRS was running their sales, I bought an Apex Junior. So it only has 4 ports, but the Apex Junior with the BRS discount cost about $100, $112. and that would have been about the cost for, 4 quality digital timers. So I just got the Apex. It's in a container from IKEA. I cover it with some rubber bands, hide it in a corner, and I drill some holes in the top and in the sides for ventilation. But it's in the same interface with my main Apex. It controls the pumps, the refugium, the algae reactor only comes on at night. And, there are some alarms and beeps on my son. So my son, this tank, self-sufficient. I try to get the kids to learn the in and out, the hard things that comes along with it, and having the Apex definitely helps them. I do very little in terms of other than helping with water changes with this tank. Lighting for this tank is provided by a single Kessil A80 fixture. My par meter is broken, so I can't give any real solid par numbers now, but I've quarantined a few SPS pieces in here, and polyp extension is good. So from what I'm seeing, the light seems to be able to grow most things that I put in this tank. I have Euphyllia, candy cane, mushrooms, and everything, no matter where in the tank I put it, seems to be doing okay. So I wouldn't say I would grow Acropora, but for LPS and softies, the light is good. It's controlled by a Kessil Spectral controller. Flow is provided by the return from the Fluval filter and an MP10 I have added on the right side. Overall, I've been really happy with the way the tank is performing. I just did a water change, so there's a few particles floating around, but I have a couple of mushrooms, toadstool, some Euphyllia, a frog spawn, a hammer coral, zoas, a chalice, and everything is opening, everything is doing well. So far, it's still new, but so far, so good. Thanks for watching.